Welcome back to news across Nigeria. We'd like to remind you that channelstv.com has more information for you, and on youtube.com/channelsweb you can watch our videos. You can also watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. Besides giving you access to news updates, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app have an eyewitness feature that you can use to share pictures, videos, or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions. To the health sector now, and in Bauchi State in particular, the state government is strengthening its campaign against vaccine-preventable diseases. Governor Mohammed Abubakar is appealing to indigents to support the state government's efforts to prevent the recurrence of the wild polio virus. He was speaking at the flag-off of the April 2018 polio immunization campaign. This resolve is coming on the heels of recent outbreaks of several communicable diseases in the state.
Polio is a highly contagious and crippling virus that mostly affects children under the age of 5 and results in paralysis of the limbs. In 2016, only 4 cases of the virus were reported in Nigeria, and no cases have been reported till now. As part of a campaign to stem the spread in Bauchi State, the state governor is here to flag off an immunization exercise.
All local government council chairmen and traditional religious leaders to further strengthen their resolve to eradicate polio and other vaccine-preventable diseases in Bauchi State by especially attending the evening review meetings and other measures to provide necessary support as usual in ensuring that all eligible children in their domain are fully immunized.
Although Bauchi State has a record of 5 years without an outbreak of the vicious virus, the fight against polio is still a work in progress.
We have had persistent, unresolved non-compliance in some settlements of Bauchi, Toru, Ganjua, Katagum, and Ningi local government areas. So we are calling on the chairman of these local governments to try and talk to their people and do an oversight function so that we will stop having the non-compliance.
WHO, National Center for Disease Control, and in collaboration with the ICG, actually are now planning to conduct cholera vaccination in the affected LGA. About 15 wards in the most affected LGA, that's Bauchi LGA, which present about 95% of the cholera cases. Actually, we are going to do that vaccination, hopefully before the end of this month.
With the government's 5-point health agenda and the resolve to dedicate both financial and human resources to the elimination of polio, many are optimistic that this plague will soon be a thing of the past.
Welcome you.
Also in the northern region, but this time to the education sector, over 4,000 public primary schools across Kaduna State are springing up with new classrooms, while old ones are being refurbished. The upgrade is part of efforts by the Governor Nasir El-Rufai administration to improve the standard of education in Kaduna State. According to the state government, most of the public primary schools are in a bad state, which makes learning in such conditions almost impossible.
The UBE Lokaja Road Primary School and the LEA Primary School, Shamwai, for instance, have only 4 blocks of 10 classrooms and a few makeshift tents, respectively, to cover the large population of the pupils, numbering more than 60,000.
Before we have about 400, a teacher will have 400 to 500 learners. It's a very big challenge because the learners cannot get what we want. Because of their overpopulation.
while the state government, through its free basic education and school feeding program, has been able to achieve a fast-growing school-age population, Governor El-Rufai has also commenced the construction and equipment of more than 130 new classrooms.
We have about 5 of these type of schools that are under construction. This is a 30 classrooms block we are building, and what the government intends to do is to have like 6 of this in this same environment. We have a makeshift classrooms there, as you can see. I want to demolish them after this is set. We want to shift the students here. We'll demolish them and erect new structures that will move around the classes. So what we are targeting is about 120 additional classrooms.
Other new classrooms being constructed are in LEA Primary School, Shamwai, Hadin Danmani Primary School, Machingari Primary School, and Binyaminu Primary School, all in Rigasa.
We will say a big thank you for this great work. We will say a big thank you, and we look forward to more. Yes, if we get more, be sure that the output will be more.
If the government finishes this building, by the grace of God, we are going to use it with the old ones that we have to share the learners, maybe teacher, 40 pupils per teacher.
Governor El-Rufai, while presenting the 2018 budget proposal to the State Assembly last year, mentioned that the state education policy had raised primary school enrollment from 1.1 million to 2.1 million. Education experts, however, believe that without adequate funding and strong political will to provide adequate infrastructure in the schools, it will be difficult for proper learning and assimilation to take place in an environment where about half the population of pupils in each classroom sit on the floor.
To transport infrastructure in Kano State, residents and motorists and commuters in the Zoo Road area may soon heave a sigh of relief as Governor Abdullahi Ganduje begins the construction of an underpass bridge to ease traffic congestion. He told residents that the contractor has been paid 50% of the contract sum. Our correspondent Idris Jabin reports that Zoo Road by Dangi roundabout is one of the busiest areas in Kano, where accidents have become a regular occurrence.
Zoo Road, home to the popular Kano Zoological Garden, famous Ado Bayero Mall, recently commissioned urology hospital, and a center for Kannywood film industry. The road was dualized by the previous administration, but traffic congestions has not ceased. Governor Abdullahi Ganduje on earth-moving equipment is here with a solution to this problem that has remained a major concern to many residents and those who drive through the route.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very much grateful for this, and we are going to continue showing our support to this government.
We thank Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje. He has done everything for us. He has turned Kano to look like Dubai.
This project consists of 3 levels of connection roads.
It's a 3-level design of underpass interchange, comprising of underground, a roundabout, and a flyover that goes through Kofar Nasarawa, while the roundabout is to direct motorists to any part of Kano City they intend to drive.
Kano is a mega city!
According to the governor, the target is to turn Kano into a mega city through road interchanges in such a way as to avoid accidents and heavy traffic.
We studied all the mega cities in the world to find out what kind of interchange, traffic interchange, road interchange that we can bring to our mega city, Kano Metropolitan.
The foundation laying ceremony of this 3-level interchange bridge has been done by the governor. The expectation is that government will ensure a speedy completion of this project. Idris Jibrin, Channels Television News.
Time for another recess on news across Nigeria as the Kano state government seeks to make transportation easier for the residents. So does the Cross River State government, who are also embarking on road construction. That's next. Stay with us.